Welcome to Liberty Voice USA. I'm pleased you're joining us. Our mission here is straightforward: to present truth unfiltered, to shine a light on political reality beyond the spin. We dig into what's really happening behind the polished statements, exposed by reporters, legislators, court decisions, and the power players in Washington. Today, we turn our attention to what appears to be a dramatic confrontation on the national stage, one that raises serious questions about transparency, institutional integrity, and the public's right to know. The story begins when Representative Jasmine Crockett, a rising voice in Congress, publicly revealed what she described as a memo from the Supreme Court of the United States during a televised appearance. On the other side stands Associate Justice Brett Kavanaugh, often portrayed as a robust defender of the court's legitimacy and an outspoken voice on institutional integrity. In this instance, the dynamic flipped. The justice appeared to be caught off guard, visibly unsettled by the reveal. According to reports, Crockett produced the memo live and suggested it exposed internal deliberations or planned strategies by justices, including Kavanaugh. A clip circulating online shows the moment the document was presented and the justice's expression shifting, described by some as panic. Now, to step back, why does this matter? The Supreme Court is designed to operate above politics, perceived as impartial, deliberative, shielded from everyday partisanship. When officials inside it are seen reacting in real time to external pressure, or when documents emerge suggesting otherwise, the idea of nonpartisanship takes a hit. What Crockett alleged, the existence of a memo, apparently internal, apparently strategic, strikes at the heart of public trust. If the justices or their clerks are mapping out outcomes or messaging ahead of time, that undercuts the foundational claim that the court adjudicates strictly on law, not on public relations or political consequence. We do not yet have confirmed independent verification of the full contents of the memo. Some social media posts claim that it outlines how the court might appear impartial while coordinating certain rulings or public communications. Others claimed the document ties to leaked draft opinions on major issues, for example, the court's posture on executive power or on voting rights. The identity of the author, the date, and the chain of custody remain murky, but the political optics are serious, and the reaction matters. Kavanaugh's visible discomfort as Crockett produced the memo live in front of TV cameras adds to the perception that something is amiss. Stay tuned, stay aware, and stay truthful. This is Liberty Voice USA, where facts speak louder than politics.
In the exchange, Crockett asked pointed questions. If this memo exists, why has it not been released? Why were taxpayers not informed? Why was the public not given a chance to see the internal logic behind decisions that affect every American life? At that moment, Kavanaugh paused. His usual calm demeanor faltered. He responded with a brief statement, declined to confirm the document's authenticity, and attempted to pivot to the broader topic of institutional respect. But many observers noticed the shift, from confident jurist to something more hesitant. The moment lodged itself online as a viral clip. What's important here is not simply the clip or the moment of panic. The deeper issue is this: when institutions that hold immense power, especially in shaping our rights, behave in ways that look less like open arenas of justice and more like closed chambers of strategy, we all lose. Justice Kavanaugh is not on trial here. The court is not on trial in this piece of journalism. Rather, the institution's legitimacy is under scrutiny. And the public has a right to ask, are our courts truly independent? Are their decisions the result of neutral deliberation, or are they influenced by internal memos that run ahead of public debate? You might ask, why now? Why would Crockett bring up such a memo publicly at this moment? Part of the answer lies in the broader climate of distrust toward major institutions. Whether it's Congress, regulatory agencies, or the courts themselves, the average citizen senses that decisions are made behind closed doors. By airing this moment live, Crockett brought pressure to bear, not just on an individual justice, but on a system. The timing also suggests a calculated move, with multiple cases pending at the Supreme Court that could reshape voting rights, reproductive rights, executive power, and more. The public spotlight is growing. Any hint that the court is coordinating internally to steer outcomes will amplify concern. We should also pause to note the counterarguments. Supporters of Kavanaugh and the court say that justices are human, that they do deliberate in private, that internal memoranda are part of normal judicial administration. They say the document presented by Crockett may be out of context, incomplete, or even misrepresented. Indeed, as of today, no official release of the memo or acknowledgement from the court has confirmed that Crockett's version is wholly accurate. Some legal scholars caution against jumping to conclusions based purely on viral clips or partisan claims. But they also concede the appearance of secrecy hurts the appearance of justice.
What can be said with certainty is this: the American people are watching. They are watching how the court and its members respond to questions of accountability. They are watching how Congress responds to disclosures, viral moments, leaks, and documents. And they are watching whether the principle of open justice, that power is exercised in view of the public, still holds weight. Let's briefly consider what's at stake. The Supreme Court's recent term included rulings that shifted long-standing precedents, altered the balance of federal and state power, and re-examined rules around major social issues. When the public perceives that decisions might be influenced by memos or by internal strategy sessions, the question becomes, are justices interpreting the law, or are they predicting or shaping politics? And if the latter, what does that mean for our democratic system? For Justice Kavanaugh, personally, the moment is a test. His reputation as a conservative stalwart, as a jurist committed to legal principle, now collides with a public moment in which he appeared unsettled. He could respond by offering more transparency, by urging the court to release internal documents, by pushing for more openness. Or he could retreat behind the traditional veil of secrecy that courts have relied upon for decades, claiming deliberation must remain private in order to protect independence. It is a fine line. For Representative Crockett, the moment underscores her role as a disruptor in the system. Whether you agree with her or not, she leveraged this moment to force a visible question: why should powerful institutions remain opaque when their decisions affect every citizen? She put pressure on power in public view. The viral nature of the moment has drawn attention beyond Capitol Hill and into everyday conversation, on social media, in newsrooms, among citizens wondering whether their voices are heard, whether their courts are accountable. And for us, as viewers, as citizens, this moment is a reminder that no institution should be above scrutiny, that our rights, our freedoms, and our trust in justice hinge on visibility, fairness, and transparency. That when a justice appears to flinch, when a memo surfaces publicly, when a House member forces the spotlight, that is a moment to watch closely, because what happens there may reverberate for years. As the story continues to unfold, we will examine who wrote the memo, to whom it was addressed, what was the intended effect, whether it was formal or informal, and how the court responds. We will look at precedent, how the court has handled internal communications in the past when memos leaked or were publicized. And we will ask, is this simply a one-off moment of confrontation, or is it a turning point in how the public views judicial discretion and institutional secrecy?
In closing, the confrontation between Jasmine Crockett and Justice Brett Kavanaugh may at first appear as one dramatic TV moment, a justice caught in an unexpected display of vulnerability, a lawmaker wielding a memo in real time. But beneath that flash lies a far deeper question: whether our highest court remains transparent, whether it remains accountable to the public it serves, whether it is truly the guardian of rights rather than the architect of outcomes. If the moment changes how the court proceeds, how internal communications are handled, how justices are perceived, then this could be a meaningful shift in American governance. So we'll stay on this story, dig into the documents, follow the leak trail, and keep asking the hard questions, because democracy demands nothing less. Stay tuned, stay aware, and stay truthful. This is Liberty Voice USA, where facts speak louder than politics.